I want to start by asking this. By round of applause, who's having a good year so far? I respect that. I'm a little jealous. By that same round of applause, who's doing therapy twice a week? Lexa Bro! Hell yeah! That's where I'm at. I'm getting well with my Butrin. That's what I'm doing right now. It's exciting. It's hard. This has been like a very up and down year, which sucks because I had a wonderful year last year. Who had a good year last year? Hey. This felt like we needed a deep hug. I had a wonderful year last year because I got to do a major accomplishment in my career, which is that for the first time in my life, I got to tour Europe and do stand-up. I went to Europe, y'all! Crazy! I brought in all the malaria. It was so much fun. It was a lark. Ugh. Here's the thing. Love touring Europe. This is the best part about touring Europe, is that, did you know that if you are black and you tell Europeans you're a comedian, they just assume you're a celebrity? It's crazy. They don't have blogs over there, apparently. It's wild. Because this is what happened. So I was on a plane. I was flying from Scotland to Greece, and this lady started talking to me, and she goes, "Oh, what are you going to do in Greece?" And I said, "I'm going to perform on a cruise." And then she says, "What do you perform?" And I said, "I do stand-up comedy." And then she says, "I knew you were Chris Rock." Chris Rock. I was like, first of all, I am barely Chris Tucker. Like, what are we talking about right now? Also, Chris Rock isn't flying coach. Like, what are you? We ain't watching Sonic the Hedgehog together. What are we doing right now? He's at least business class. What are we talking about? Crazy. But it was so much fun. I went through 3 different countries. I spent a lot of time in England. Has anyone ever been to England before? No. Did anyone stay sober in England? Better come. Hell no. You have to. The food's too bad. It is. You gotta drink. It's like, why are there beans on this? What is happening? London fog, more like London fart. What is going on in this country? Too much. I was getting so drunk after shows in England. I remember there was one night after a show, I got so drunk that, have you guys ever been so drunk that you're laying down and you're going, why does it feel like the room's spinning? And why does it feel like this bed's moving? And then you realize you're in an ambulance? Like, is that ever? It's too much. Too much. But it was free health insurance. I was like, I will take the IV drip. It was a lot of fun. So much fun. Europe was wild. I did get to go to Greece. Here's the thing. So I was on a cruise. It was a mega yacht, first of all. A mega yacht. Thank you. Only one supporter. It was a mega yacht. Do you hear me? Have you ever been on a mega yacht before? Exactly. You don't embezzle. It's a mega yacht. Are you committing wage theft? I don't think so. It's a mega yacht. Wild. It was the most amount of money I've ever made doing stand-up comedy, $20. It was crazy. I was like, 1-0, what? Like, it was wild. Wild. Here's the thing. So I was on this mega yacht, and the clientele, it was only 300 rich old white men. That's who the audience was, which, when you look like this, it's like, you know? Yeah, it's like, you know, you two know, you know, it's like, you were the Rosa Parks here. I was like, what? Like, it's a lot. Sorry, to see the other, it was like Avatar, I see you guys. Anyway, so like, I said what I said. So I was like, it's nerve-wracking, 300 rich old white men and then me, like, I was like, I didn't want to get on the boat and they were going to be like, your name is Toby now! Like, I didn't want... If you're not laughing, watch Ruse. I was like, I don't want this in my life. But it was so nice, because first of all, it was a gay cruise, so I knew I was safe. It was fine, super nice. Thank you, one supporter. Is everyone just homophobic? What's happening? Let's ban drag. Oh dear. So like, it was honestly, it was a lot of fun. And I realized it was a gay cruise because after day 2, there's an announcement. And the announcement said, we are out of rosé. We are out of rosé. Switch to pedo. Actual thing. Beautiful. It was a lovely time. Everyone was super nice. But this is the thing I learned about gay cruises, is that the booker was like, just so you know, there's going to be a part of the ship where all the men are going to have sex, which, you know, a free country, free international waters, do what you do. But he was like, there's a term for it, and they call it a dick deck. A dick deck? Alliteration! I love it! So cute. But you guys, they were so rich and so classy that it was not a dick deck, y'all. It was a penis promenade. Like, I was... Is there an ascot on that cock? It was a lot. On the gay cruise. It was so much fun. I loved touring Europe. It was like, everyone was like, Chris Rock. I was like, don't slap me. And it was like so fun. Great time. And after I completed this whole tour, I was like, when I come back to America, I'm going to be treated so well. Exactly. And that ain't happening here. So the first show I did when I came back to the States, I did a comedy show in a parking lot of a McDonald's. A McDonald's. Do you know how hard it is to go from a mega yacht to a McDonald's parking lot? That's like going from a dick deck to a dick dumpster. Like, that's... The stock fell. It's kind of sad. Because here's the thing. You don't go to a McDonald's parking lot to see stand-up comedy. That's not a thing. Okay? You go to a McDonald's parking lot to see a rat fist fight a pigeon. Like, that's your baseline. You know what I'm saying? But then on top of that, it was a drive-in comedy show at the McDonald's parking lot. So instead of laughter, if people liked your set, they just flashed their headlights at you. Do you know how sad that is? Do you know what's worse than doing stand-up comedy to silence? Epilepsy. So much worse.